So today we're going to be unboxing, testing and reviewing the Odelfi StripLamp Pro. It's a LED headlamp using two different types of LED technologies, and it's as powerful as 350 candlelit candles. Yeah, that's all sales talk, but let's have a look at how it actually works, how good it is, and we're going to put it into action. So this is how it comes, a little box like this. It's a bit weird because I saw it like this. I thought this was like a hard shell design because it was a solid circle, but I'm just not sure how that would fit into this box. So we have a little thank you card. There's no manual in there. So what we have in the bag, no manual in here. Okay, there's no manual. Oh boy, I hate products with no manuals. I know what I ordered, but what if I gifted this to someone? You know, like I gifted this to my old man. You know, he's almost 70. He can work in the shed with it. He's gonna want to read a manual. He's not gonna know what this stuff is. Motion detection. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Anyway, no manual, not a good start. So let's have a look. So yeah, it's not a hard shell design really. It's more like a floppy kind of silicone design here. So there's an adjustable strap on the back. It's actually really big, so I won't worry about it fitting, you know, if you've got a big head. I've got a huge head and this looks quite big. It comes with a USB chargeable cable here, which you can kind of use if you have one for your phone, so a bit of dual use there. Does it come trickle charged? Yes, it does. So there's a bit of battery life in there. I'm not sure how much, but it is trickle charged, so you can test it right away. On the front, we have this long LED strip here, which is one way it can light up, and also another different type of LED technology here, more like a spotlight. I'm not sure what terms they use. Different kind of LED technology anyway. Oh, there we go, the COB light, that's along the front, and the XPE, that's yeah, so the XPE is less than half the amount of lumens, that's the spot one, and the long one on full brightness lasts 2.5 hours on the front here. So there's two buttons, one press, that's the COB light, 100%, next press, I think it's 40%, and then we'll use the XPE on the third one, XPE on a lower intensity on the fourth, and off. One thing I noticed, you can't use both of these at the same time. I'd like the option, but it's not there. But yeah, just something I noticed. The other thing, and this is why instruction manuals are useful. This is a motion sensor tool right here. You wouldn't know it unless there's a manual, right? This little black dot here, that's the sensor, and that thing, not actually quite sure. Sensor remission doesn't tell you a lot, does it? So what happens is you press this to put that one on, for example. Let's put that one on so it doesn't ruin our video. Okay, and then you can activate the motion sensor for any one of these 4 modes by pressing this once. Then when this will change color to a kind of reddy green, I'm not sure what color that is, this purple thing comes on. So when you dip your hand in front of this sensor here, you see the light goes on and off. And you can do that with the long light as well, the long light. It seems to remember your preference as well, so even though you turn it off, you have to reset that as well. So on, sensor on, and you can change that one too. So it's quite a useful feature if you have gloves, you've got oily hands. That's pretty good, right? So there's a lot of bold claims about this. You can see 100 meters in front of you, which would make it really good for running. It's quite interesting because I have a light that's 18,000 lumens. This is only 350, and in the past I've had headlamps where I'm running and this is nowhere near good enough. I'm still tripping over stones. The website says this works for 100 meters. You know, that's close to 100 yards. That's very, very far. So we're going to take this out at night time. We're going to give it a test. The first test, we're going to open the hood of the car and just have a look around the engine, see if we can kind of work on a car with it. That's test 1. Test 2, we're going to go for like a walk or run, it doesn't matter. We're going to see how much range this has, because if I'm tripping over rocks and stuff because I can't get visibility, it's useless. But website, it says 100 meters. If it's 100 meters, it's going to be a great product. So we're going to test, and they're the 2 tests we're going to do. Inside here, this is fabric, kind of like a weird fabric slash silicone really, so it doesn't kind of slip, it fits snug to your head. Not more else about the design I can say. We're just going to test it out. Oh, and the charging port is here, and it's waterproof apparently, so yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm at the car. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Let's give it a go. So here's the first one. That's the long strip on the front. It's actually not bad, you know. It's actually really good, in fact. I'm super surprised. So that's that at full power. Remember, that's 2.5 hours. That's 40%. I think that's a bit too dim personally. I think a 60% would be better. Here's the side light, so it's like a spotlight. That's actually good for specific things. The range isn't good, as you can see, but it's not too bad. I'm not sure why I have to cycle through these every time. And there it is on dim as well. So the dim is not too great, but you know, it's not bad, you know, for its size and everything like that. Let's try running with it. Okay, so we're outside. It's the darkest place I can find. Here we go. So this is the front light. You know, I'm not thinking 100 meters personally, but that's the front light. You can definitely see, you know, if you're going to trip over or something. So front light and front light on short power. Yeah, you can get about 15-20 feet in front of you. It's hard to pick up on the camera. And the spotlight, now the spotlight's not bad. You can see it has quite a lot of range. If I'm running, I think that's good enough for running this kind of side light. Personally, I think it's better than the strip. You can get about 50-60 feet, and the spotlight on low power, it's not too bad actually. Again, like the car, I think 60% would be better, but it's not too bad. I'm impressed, especially for the price. But the field of view, you can see I'm facing one way. It actually lights up this whole area. And this is the front light, obviously. So the angle isn't too bad. You can see all the way around you. So it's quite nice. I'm impressed. So final thoughts. 100 meters. No, I don't think so. It's more like 50-60 feet. So 20 meters. Yeah. 3 feet per meter, yeah, about 20 meters. I think I can get kind of visibility where I can see more in front of me. Maybe the faintest twinkle might reach 100 meters, but that doesn't really benefit us as a wearer, so I don't think so. Both lights on at the same time, I'd like that as an option. That would be great, but it's not available. The low light mode, I think it would be better at 60%. That way the battery, yes, it would run lower, but we can actually see what we're doing. I think 40% is a bit too low for most things, especially walking, hiking, running, and even working on your car too. It just seems a bit too low. The button cycling, every time I press this, it goes to a different mode, but for some reason, if I have a mode on for an extended period of time and I press this again, it will just turn off, and then I have to cycle through them again. It's weird it doesn't kind of remember that. Other than that, let's focus on the positives. It actually works really well for 350 lumens. You know, you can probably run with it. It's lightweight. It seems to grip to your head and not bounce around. It doesn't have a big battery pack on it, so that's sort of like the downside of my really good one. It's super heavy, but this one, you can actually run with it. You probably wouldn't do a marathon because it wouldn't actually last that long on a brightness you'd want. So it'd have to be like a half marathon or less for running. But if you're working on your car, as long as you're not working on your engine or anything, you know, a timing belt or something, that might exceed the time you'd want to use it for. So if it's a quick car job, I think it might work okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, we've had a good play around with it now for a few days. So do I recommend it? I think it's a nice light. Is it worth $30? I don't know. I'm not sure. Is it worth 20? I think so. So that's what I think anyway, just based on other ones I've seen on the market. It seems like a $20 headlamp to me, just from how well it works, how lightweight it is, and what it can actually do. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it helps you if you consider purchasing one of these.